And we are back. Raiders franchise. In the last episode, we beat the Chiefs 36-19, and then we simulated a Giants game where, of course, we lost. That's always somehow, some way where our first game comes to our first loss happens is by simulation. We lost 24-21. In this episode, we're going to be maybe watching the Eagles game. I haven't decided yet, but if we don't, we're going to be watching the Titans game. So whichever one we do decide to go with. But we do have a rookie OTA to go over. I actually don't think we did this at all in preseason. I'm struggling to remember. What? What? Gavin Andrews. He is not a rookie. He is not a rookie. He is in the final year of his rookie contract. What? Madden, what are you on? But here are pending free agents, by the way, in case you are curious. Demario Douglas being most definitely our biggest one because he is actually having an amazing start to the season. We are going to watch this game. I forgot. We're going to be without Ashton Jeanty, Caleb Rogers, Brock Bowers, and Jack Besh. I mean, those are literally like arguably our number one receiver. Well, probably not number two. Our best tight end, without a doubt. Our best running back, without a doubt. Our starting center, without a doubt. Like, our offense is going to be abysmal. We're going to be relying on Emmett Harrington, who is a great guy. That's why I haven't re-signed Demario Douglas, even though he's playing amazing. It's just not really. We have Emmett Harrington on the bench, as you can see. He's number 3, would be number 4 if Besh was healthy. Sergio Lowe is our running back too. I don't know why. I mean, I know overall wise, obviously, but he just plays better than Khalidul, a receiver turned running back. But yeah, we're going to be seeing Ezekiel Alford and probably Sergio Lowe. We're going to be seeing Emmett Harrington, maybe Darren Hall. We're going to be seeing Najee Denard in place of Caleb Rogers, who has been playing long snapper for us as well. Max Highsmith has missed a few games. And that was everyone, right? Oh, tight end, we're going to be seeing D'Angelo Favors and Mateo Francisco. Bowers is on IR, so he is going to be out for a while. I believe we put him on IR in week 2. As you can see, he is, broken collarbone, going to be out a while. But Caleb Rogers does have a chance to return next week. Jack Besh also has a chance to return. Both of them, well, Besh did miss the Giants game as well. But without any more delay, Evie, my dog, stop eating the wires, please. These are not toys. You are lucky the ones you keep chewing on are not plugged in, or else you would be electrocuted. You'd be... Don't get a dog, guys. This dog is the bane of my existence. She will see. She knows these wires are mine, and if I don't give her enough attention in her eyes, which, by the way, I am the one who plays with her the most, so you gotta knock it off. She will start biting that stuff, despite me. Anyway, we're starting out with an 11-yard reception to Devontae Smith, followed by 6 to Matt Anthony, tight end, and then an interception by Nakobe Dean. 7-yard rush by Ezekiel Alford. 14 yards to D'Angelo Favors is going to put us in the red zone. Hopefully we're able to capitalize off of the early turnover by the Eagles. We're going to give it to Alford, who's going to lose some yardage there. Nothing doing. Second and 11 now. Back at the 21. Rashad Jackson going to take it with his legs. Slides at the 14. Solid pickup of about 6 yards. They're going to say 7. 3rd and 5 at the 14. Jackson going to roll out again. He has the edge. He's going to slide at the 5-yard line. First and goal. Way to use your legs, Rashad Jackson. Not exactly the scrambling type. He's one of those, dual threats where he can run, he can pass. That's the kind of quarterback we always like. We don't want a mobile quarterback. We want someone who, if push comes to shove, can be mobile, but we don't want to rely on that. Second and goal back at the 14 after the sack. And that is dropped by Douglas. The linebacker comes crashing down. Third and goal now back at the 14-yard line. Green to Alfred's going to pick up a decent amount of yards down to the 3-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth and goal. And this might get me a lot of hate, but I like our odds of going for it here. And we get sacked. They brought pressure. How many did they bring out of curiosity? I was going to throw it up to Douglas. I saw he won his route. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They brought 8. Drop 3 in coverage. If we're smart, we got to be watching Sergio Lowell there, number 20, wide open. So yeah, we end up empty-handed. Probably should have kicked the field goal, but obviously, if you don't get it, you're going to argue that. And if you do get the touchdown, you're like, that's why we didn't kick the field goal. It's kind of one of those where, depending on what happens, is what you're going to argue. But Jason Biddle injured on the play. We force a 3 now, and they have a horrendous punt. And a good return by Marco Fernandez means we have the ball inside the 40 already. And then an 8-yard rush by Alfred. 21 for Mateo. Or no, that's not Mateo Francisco. Marco Fernandez. They're both MFs, so first and goal to the 10. Love to see Marco Fernandez. Has been relatively quiet. Definitely has been heating up lately. Obviously, our first-round pick this year. Injury timeout for 58. That's JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson. Hate to see that. Our already decimated offense. And that's going to be a touchdown to Mario Douglas. And we're stuck waiting for this. We can't back out for some reason. Thanks, EA. Some things never change. There we go. Extra point. It's good by Carlson. We lead 7-0. And let's see how the Eagles can respond now. They start with a rush by Barkley. Gets 8 yards. Incomplete pass by Hurts. 7 yards to Calvin Chandler. That's the first down. Eight yards to Devontae Smith. 27 to Calvin Chandler. That's going to bring up first down in the red zone. I mean, he's not human. Breaks 2 tackles, able to pick up 3 yards on what looked like it would be negative. And A.J. Brown is able to get the 12-yard touchdown. Still doing it very well at his age. Seven yards by Alfred. That's a first down. Another 7 for him. And then D'Angelo Favors commits a penalty. Probably a false start. 6 yards to him, though. 3rd and 3. This is your time to shine, Alfred. And And we get it by the hair on our chinny chin chin. Oh my goodness. Someone came around the edge and made that tackle. And then Najee Denard commits a 10-yard penalty. Might not even be worth it. Oh, 11 yards to Douglas. 3rd and 7. Maybe we get the first down. 6 yards to Trent Sparrow. Well, we already went for it once. So we shouldn't be tempting fate twice. But, I mean, some people don't learn from their mistakes. As we go for Alford again to the 46 for a first down. $14 yards to Marco Fernandez. And then Alford is going to lose 3. 12 yards to Douglas. 3rd and 1 at the 23. 13 yards to Favors. That's going to bring up 1st and goal. We're going to hop into slow motion here. And Alford is in from 10 yards out, and we're going to regain the lead. 13, potentially 14-7, depending on the extra point, which is good. And they fail to get the first down. Matt Anthony unable to go the distance. Good punt there, goes for a touchback. 3rd and 5. We get it with Emmett Harrington. Very quiet so far. 2-yard rush by Alford. 12 yards to D'Angelo Favors. We're going to go ahead and hop in to slow-mo for the rest of the half. And that is going to be a 3-yard pickup.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Douglas tries to reach for the first down.
Complete to Demario Douglas.
Jackson on 3rd down, rolls out, finds Marco Fernandez. And that, if I'm not mistaken, is his first career regular season NFL touchdown. And boy, oh boy, is it a big one.
His kick is good. Makes the score Raiders 21.
45 yards, run after the catch, able to help Rashad Jackson, who was scrambling. Just love to see that there. Hopefully that's something we're going to be able to watch consistently for the next 10, hopefully more years. Rashad Jackson to Marco Fernandez. Obviously, Jackson in his 2nd season, and Fernandez, rookie. That's complete the Brown. 15 seconds left after 42. Gonna need a decent pickup here unless they're gonna rely on the sidelines. Only one timeout to spare. Not gonna get any of that. Now they have to get out of bounds, or unless you're gonna try and break the the record for longest kick. And down he goes. And that's going to do it for the half. They don't have any timeouts. Obviously, we're not going to use any. And there it is. 21-7. The Raiders lead the Eagles at the half with, I believe, Philly getting the ball to start the second half. Or no, I think we do because we forced the interception. The Saints, off to a great start this season, are going to throw into the end zone, able to get the toes down. That's going to be a touchdown, 26-20. Saints continue their hot start. They improved to 4-1, while the Vikings fall to 1-4. Battle of the 500s. I almost said mid. Too early to tell. Ooh, we got a rainy one in Miami. It's going to be Another great carry by Doug Thompson. I mean, he's showing off that he can be a quality running back in this league. Backup for now, but I mean, I imagine he's going to be getting some starting opportunities here next year. 35-21, Chargers win. I'm assuming he's playing in the injured Amari Hampton's place, or unless Hampton's not on the team anymore. Finally, we have the Browns looking for their first win. Texans looking to go above 500. It's going to be the Browns complete with a good run out there to catch no one in the back. And it's going to be the Browns winning 31-17, picking up win number 1 on the season. Looking at the rest of the teams, we have the Chiefs beating the Colts, and then the Broncos beating the Jaguars. So we're looking to obviously get the win. The rest of the AFC West did, so we would be the only team to really fall behind if we did lose. But looking at the first half, pretty solid game so far. We got touchdowns by both Alford and Douglas, and a second one by Jackson, which went to Marco Fernandez. We're going to return this kick because we love returning kicks in this series. Evie, why are you being so lovey-dovey? We're tackled at the 24-yard line. And risking a 3 and out, we get 9 to Darren Hall, our wide receiver 4 for this game, normally 5. 6 yards to Emmett Harrington, that's nice. 9 yards to Fernandez, that's a first down. 28 or 26 to Favors. 6-yard rush then by Alford. Looking at the play history, will bring up 2nd and 4 to 16. Where we see Alford in the backfield followed by Mateo Francisco. And it's going to be a run to Alford. He's able to get up to the 10-yard line. Going to bring up first down. Not quite first and goal as we are on the wrong side to 10, but going to be very unlikely that we pick up the first down. And it's going to be complete to Mateo Francisco, who's able to make a man miss. Going to bring up 2nd and about 6. Yes, at the 6-yard line. Evie, bro. Oh, my goodness. Going to be a play action. Check down to Sergio Lowe. And the Raiders are going to extend their lead. 28-7. Max Crosby with the sack. 3rd and 15 now. They don't get it. They get 12 with A.J. Brown. Good pickup, but not enough. And that's a great punt. Pins us at the 4. 9-yard pickup by Marco Fernandez. And then a penalty is going to push us all the way back to the 2. And then we throw a pick 6. And Wanya Morris gets injured on the play. Pick 6, bro, really? Sergio Lowell getting a 6-yard reception. Jackson rushes for 4, which is just enough for a first. Khalid Lowell getting out there and loses 3 yards. Jackson then rushes for 4. 3rd and 9. 16 yards to Douglas. That's a first down. 8 yards to Emma Harrington's going to be enough for a first down. Another 8 yards for D'Angelo Favors. 19 yards to D'Angelo Favors. Man, he is a great tight end. I don't see a world where he is on this team next year, unless Brock Bowers isn't. Because D'Angelo Favors is a starting tight end in this league, is what I'm seeing. That's going to be complete to Douglas. 2nd and goal up to the 5. He could honestly be a guy we look to trade at the deadline. End of the 3rd quarter, we have the lead 28-14 with the ball in the red zone. Do the Eagles have a 4th quarter comeback in them, though? Down 2 scores. So looking down the barrel at 3 scores, they're going to need a lights-out defensive performance to avoid it. And they're not going to get it, as it's going to be a Demario Douglas touchdown. (35-14). Eagles now pretty much in desperation mode. 8 yards to Matt Anthony, 3rd and 9. They get it with Matt Anthony, 13 in the first. Ooh, Ravens Steelers. That should be a good one. 3-1 versus 4-0. Jonathan Cole put the sack, and they're going to have to punt this one away. Oh, no, I forgot. They go for it. But they rush it. And we're going to pretty much win the game off of that decision. 3rd and 4. We're going to probably kick the field goal here, but no complaints. Yep. 38-14. We lead by 24, which they're going to need 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. Caleb Robinson committing the penalty. So they're going to need a lot. I mean, there's like nothing that can't go in their way. They get the first down with Saquon Barkley on 4th and inches. 6 yards to Devontae Smith. 2nd and 4. Incomplete. Antonio Johnson with the pass breakup. Incomplete again. 4th and 4. And they throw another incomplete pass, and we're going to take over on downs, and that's probably going to be the dagger. Ezekiel Alford picking up some good carries. Sergio Lowell comes in as well. Emmett Harrington going to get us the first down. 3 yards for Lowell. 7 yards for Lowell. That's a first down. 2-yard rush by Lowell. Khalid Lowell gets the first down, and that's probably going to do it. It will. So we're going to end the game with the W, 38-14. I mean, Rashad Jackson, 32 for 37, 86% completion percentage. 330 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, which ended up being a pick 6. Ezekiel Alford rushes for nearly 100 yards, 91, 4.3 carry, and a touchdown. Sergio Lowell getting some carries in there. Polito also getting some carries. Receiving-wise, reception-wise, it was led by Demario Douglas, who had 9 for 65 and 2 scores. Yardage-wise, we have a tie between D'Angelo Favors, who went for 7 and 98, and Marco Fernandez, who went for 5 for 98 and a touchdown. Emmett Harrington getting 5 grabs as well, but only 28 yards. Sergio Lowell with 2 for 12 and a touchdown. No one else getting more than 1 catch. Sacks allowed, only 1, and that's Jose Wallace. 7 total tackles for Matt Royster, 6 for Kyle Hamilton, with the lone tackle for loss going for Jairus Easley. 2.5 for Max Crosby, 1 sack for Jairus Easley and John Culp, half sack for Jared Frazier. We got the Kobe Dean interception, no fumbles. Kicking was perfect, 5 extra points, 1 field goal from 51. Punting, didn't have to punt at all. You love to see that. Kick return, punt return, none of that really matters. But a great game by us, as we're going to improve to 4-1 on the year. Going to go ahead and advance. Doesn't look like there's any injuries. That are long term, so I guess both JPJ and Wanya Morris both back out there. Something I haven't been doing, and I don't know why I just kind of stopped, is the weekly recap. We're going to go ahead and watch these. It's obviously going to start out with us. It always does. The key play is going to be a check down to Sergio Lowell, who's going to go in untouched. 38-14, we dominate the Eagles. Ravens Steelers, this is a good one. Ravens looking to stay undefeated. Steelers looking to take the lead in the AFC North. It's going to be Lamar Jackson. He's going to run it. Hurdling a man. He breaks a tackle. And he's going to go the distance. 25-20. The Ravens going to stay undefeated. His shoes are on fire. Finally, we got Bears and Packers. Bears looking to get the potential nod over the Packers. Packers looking to keep up their dominant start. It's going to be the Packers and a check down to Romeo Doubs, 20-13. The Packers going to get that one. They're only lost to us, by the way. All right, that 45-38 absolute shootout. All right. So looking at the the standings now. The Titans 4-1. We're 4-1. Ravens undefeated. They are the only team remaining who are undefeated. With the most points for going to us with a whopping 178. Next place being the Packers at 147, 30 points behind. Looking at points allowed, Panthers doing an amazing job with 79. Ravens obviously in second at 89. Probably a big reason why they're doing well is that defense, it looks like. But that is going to, we're going to quickly do our weekly strategy. We always do it beforehand because we love to see, the injuries. And in case, come next episode, I have to game plan for something. Nope, no injuries, but it looks like Caleb Rogers is still going to be out. They're going to be without a few guys: Monty Hooker, Tyjae Spears, Elijah Moore, Brinkley, computer player. So should be a good one. As we are looking at the stats, we have the most sacks with Max Crosby, who has 8 already, and then in second place in passing yards is Rashad Jackson at 1530. Mahomes being the one ahead of him at 1556. Damn, that sucks to see. Ezekiel Alford has more rushing yards than Genty. $19 and $21 though, so Genty gonna be, I imagine, coming for it. Jahmyr Gibbs, 6.3 yards per carry so far, is doing amazing. Same with Tyler Algier with 6.1, both getting some decent carries. But anyway, enough stat padding, stat watching, whatever you want to call it. That is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. In the next episode, we're going to be watching this Titans game where hopefully one of us, unless it ends in a tie, which would suck, is going to be going to 5-1 on the season. Goodbye, and hope you guys enjoyed.